In this video, we'll be taking a look at a drill that is called the Rails Are Lava. This drill is designed to help you develop a feel for soft stunt shots and draw shots and forces you to play more precise position. I'll cover what it is, how to set it up, and then I'll go over a video of myself performing this drill showing some of my mistakes and successes. As with all drills that are featured on my channel, they're all available on the World of Pool and Billiards app. I recently added a Learn section with a complete course on the fundamentals, and I'm working to get the rest of the course out in future updates. So if you'd like to support this channel, as well as improve your game, go ahead and check out the World of Pool and Billiards app, links are in the description below. If you remember back to your childhood, you probably played a game called The Floors Are Lava. This drill is kind of like that, except this time around it's the rails are lava, and you aren't allowed to touch the rail with the cue ball. The setup for this drill is really easy. All you do is throw 15 balls on the table, spread them out evenly, make sure there's no clusters, and make sure no balls are within half a diamond of any rail. Once you get the drill set up, you'll be taking ball in hand, and you're allowed to shoot at any ball that you want to, but like I said, the only rule is that the cue ball cannot touch any rail. What's really challenging about this drill is that you have to leave yourself close to straight in on every shot. The more angle you have, the harder it'll be to stop the cue ball before it hits the rail. This means you have to be very careful in your position play, and the majority of the shots that you shoot will end up being soft, stun, and draw shots. You'll also have to be very careful in your planning and looking at the entire table and trying to find key balls that lead to another ball that is a key ball for another ball, and you'll have to try to see your way through the entire rack on the table. It's inevitable that eventually you're going to run into a few shots where you have a bit more angle than what you wanted. This is going to force you to have to hit the cue ball very soft, but that's okay because it's one of the goals of this drill, and you're going to want to practice and get the feel of the finesse of such a shot. Now let's get into some of the most common mistakes when performing this drill, and the first and most obvious one is if you leave too much angle on your shot. This is going to make it very difficult to stop that cue ball before it hits a rail. Another common mistake here is to not really plan out the entire rack. What I found is that you're going to want to work from one side of the table to the other because going back and forth on this table is nearly impossible whenever you're not allowed to touch a rail. Now let's get into one of my successful attempts. I'm going to be starting out with ball in hand, and what I like to do is I like to start at one of the edges of the table and slowly work my way across. In this drill, the less you move the cue ball, the better, so you'll be looking for stop shots that lead you to another stop shot and so on. On this shot, you see that I roll forward a few inches to get shape on the 10 ball. A stop shot on the 10 gets me to the 5, and the 5 should get me to the 7 or the 11. The problem here is that I slightly overhit it, leaving a bit too much angle on the 11, so I have to take a long straight-in shot on the 14. That gets me to the 11, which gets me to the 13, which should get me to the 7 again, but again, just a bit too much angle. Now I have no choice but to go down table, and here I like to use the 15 as a break to stop the cue ball for the 9 ball, which gets me to the 12. Again, I use the 2 ball to stop the cue ball for the 1, but I end up with a bit too much angle on the 1, so I'm forced to shoot the 8 ball instead. In this drill, you'll find yourself having to constantly reevaluate your planned run, as very slight positional mistakes will force you to completely reconsider your table and your run. Now with just these last 4 balls left, the big challenge here is getting back down to the 7 that I missed my position for earlier. I make sure to leave an angle on the 15 ball that'll get me somewhere on the 1 ball that I can get myself back down to where I need to be. I'm pretty sure my original plan was to shoot the 1 ball in the near corner and stun the cue ball over for the 7. Instead, I just accept the extra angle and play to get to the other side of the 1 ball and follow it up and get straight in on the 7. If you enjoyed this video, the next time the like button racks for you, instead of waiting for them to get back to their chair, break the balls as soon as they lift the rack off of the table and then make fun of them for flinching. Also, if you'd like to support this channel while also improving your game, be sure to check out the World of Pool and Billiards app, and that'll do it for today. See ya.